open ChatGPT, copy your data, paste it in, wait. Copy the response, paste it into your spreadsheet and repeat 50 times. That's not AI automation. That's you doing manual labor with an AI tool watching. Here's what actual automation looks like. A customer emails, the system responds, logs it, and queues the follow-up without you touching anything. I'm Henry. I build automation systems for businesses, and in the next 13 minutes, I'm going to show you the invisible line between using AI tools and true AI automation, and exactly how to tell which side you're on. We'll cover three things. 1, the invisible line between AI tools and automation. 2, the three components that make automation actually work. And 3, a simple audit to see which side you're on. Because here's what I see consistently. Businesses subscribe to AI tools expecting transformation, and 6 months later they're still the bottleneck in every process. Let me show you why. Here's the example that makes everything clear. The scenario is a customer support email. When you're using AI tools manually, here's what happens. A customer emails you, you open the email, you copy the message into ChatGPT with your context about your product, ChatGPT drafts a response, you review it, copy it, paste it into Gmail, hit send. You manually log the interaction in your CRM, and you saved maybe 5 minutes on drafting, but you touch the process 10 times. AI automation looks like this. Customer emails you, your system intercepts it, reads it, classifies the intent, pulls relevant data from your knowledge base and CRM history, generates a contextual response, sends it, or for high-risk requests, drafts and routes it to a human for approval, logs the full thread. If unresolved, it queues a follow-up in 48 hours. If resolved, it triggers a satisfaction survey 3 days later. You touched this process 0 times. It happened while you were in a meeting. That's the line. Assistance speeds you up. Automation removes you. When you use ChatGPT to write an email, that's assistance. You initiated it. You're still the engine. When your system detects an email, generates the response and handles it, that's automation. The system is the engine. And here's what I see in most businesses. They've subscribed to AI tools, they're using them daily, and they genuinely believe they're automating. But they're still in every loop. They're still the bottleneck, they're just moving a little bit faster. So if most AI tools are just assistants, even the ones that claim to automate, what actually makes something true automation? It comes down to 3 specific components, and without all 3, you don't have automation. You have a faster way to do manual work. Let's break them down. Component 1, autonomous triggers. Real automation starts without you. This means the system is watching for something, an email arriving, a form being submitted, a specific time on the calendar, a threshold being crossed in your data. When that condition is met, the system wakes up and acts. You don't click run, you don't manually trigger it, it just happens. Let me give you a real example with actual numbers. Let's take weekly reporting. Before automation, on a Monday morning, someone remembers to pull the weekly sales report. They open 4 different tools: CRM, accounting software, Google Analytics, email platform. Then they copy the data into a spreadsheet, they format it, add comparisons to last week, they write a summary, they post it in Slack. Total time, let's say 45 minutes. Annual time spent there, 39 hours. Basically a full work week every year on one report. And that's just for one person. If you're having this done by multiple people, multiple team members, that really starts to add up. With autonomous triggers, the system wakes up every Monday at 8 a.m. It pulls data from all 4 sources automatically. It generates the formatted report. It posts it in Slack with context. The total human time involved? 0 minutes. Annual save time per person, 39 hours. That's the difference. If someone needs to remember to do it, it's not automated. The trigger is the clock in this instance, not you. More examples of autonomous triggers. Let's say a lead fills out a form, system qualifies them and books a meeting and sends a prep email. An invoice goes 30 days overdue, the system sends a reminder, escalates internally, and flags the account. But a trigger alone isn't enough, because once the system wakes up, it needs to actually do something across multiple systems, which brings us to component 2, connected infrastructure. AI tools work in isolation, whereas AI automation works across multiple systems. Your business data doesn't live in one place. Customer information is in your CRM. Financial data is in accounting software. Communication in email and Slack, documents in Google Drive. You get my point. An AI tool can read a file and give you insights, but it can't pull data from your CRM, cross-reference it with your financials, update a spreadsheet, send a summary to Slack, and log the action all in one flow. That requires integration. APIs, systems talking to each other. Here's what connected infrastructure really looks like. Let's say a customer cancels their subscription. That cancellation is then logged in billing. This triggers an automation. This pulls the customer history from the CRM, then AI analyzes the usage, writes a personalized win-back email, and that email is sent via your email platform. Following that, the CRM is updated, churned, win-back, sent, and a task is created for your success team, a 7-day review. Finance get notified in Slack with the churn context. One flow, one trigger, 0 human touches. That's connected infrastructure. It's not magic, it's more plumbing. Component 3, intelligent decision logic. This is where AI earns its place in automation. In old school automation, if this happens, do that. Simple rules. If, then. But businesses aren't simple. Context matters. Intent matters. AI makes automation intelligent. Instead of rigid rules, you get contextual decisions. The difference? In the old way, if an email is received, send a templated response. In the new way with AI automation, if an email is received, classify the intent, determine the urgency, pull relevant context from the customer's history, generate an appropriate response, and send it. Decide the next action based on the outcome. Let's explore some real examples. A lead fills in a form. Let's say AI scores their fit and routes the high value to a senior rep and the low value to a nurture sequence. Or let's say an expense claim arrives. AI checks the policy, auto-approves standard requests, and escalates unusual ones with context. Or finally, let's say a customer emails about an invoice. AI checks the payment status, reads the tone, are they frustrated, are they confused, and adjusts the response accordingly. You're not prompting it, the system is, with context at the right moment, taking action based on output. 3 components: autonomous triggers, connected infrastructure, and intelligent decision logic. Remove one, and it is just faster manual work. Still an improvement, but not automation. Right, so if that's what real automation requires, how do you know if you're actually doing it, or if you're just using AI tools and calling it automation? Let me give you a framework you can use today to audit your own setup. 3 questions to ask about any process you think is automated. Question 1. Does it run without me? Sit on your hands. Don't open anything. Don't click anything. Does the process still happen? If no, if someone needs to trigger it or check if it's complete, it's not automated, it's just assisted. Question 2. Does it cross systems? Is it contained in one tool, or does it touch multiple platforms? If your automation is ChatGPT writing something you then copy elsewhere, that's one step in a manual process. True automation moves data between systems. If you're the bridge between tools, you're the bottleneck. Question 3. Does it make decisions? Does it adapt based on context or just execute the same steps every time? If your workflow can't handle variability, different customer types, urgency levels, contexts, then it's brittle. Intelligent automation decides, and it decides correctly because AI is making judgments within a structured workflow. Go through your processes, ask those 3 questions. In most businesses, the majority of what gets called automation is actually AI-assisted manual work. Knowing this is the first step. Why does this distinction matter? Because the ROI is completely different. AI tools save time on individual tasks. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Meaningful, but you're still doing the work. Just faster. AI automation removes entire categories of work from your plate. When a process is truly automated, it scales without adding headcount. It runs 24/7 without fatigue. It doesn't forget steps or make careless errors. It frees your team to focus on the work that actually requires human judgment. This isn't about replacing people. It's about removing the admin work that shouldn't require people in the first place. Data entry, status updates, follow-up emails, report generation, invoice chasing, meeting scheduling. These aren't jobs, they're tasks. Tasks can be automated if you build the infrastructure. The businesses that understand this distinction between using AI tools and running on AI automation operate at a different level. Not because they're using better AI models, because they've stopped being the bottleneck in their own operations. Here's what we've covered. AI tools require you in the loop. AI automation removes you from it. True automation needs 3 components: autonomous triggers, connected infrastructure, and intelligent decision logic. And you can audit any process with 3 questions. Does it run without me? Does it cross systems? And does it make decisions? Most companies think they're automating when they're actually just speeding up manual work. And that's not a failure, it's just clarity. Tools aren't automation, they're ingredients. Automation is the infrastructure that turns I use AI into AI runs parts of my business. Start with the 3 questions that will show you where you actually are. And if you realize you need help building the infrastructure side, the triggers, the connections, the intelligent flows, we do this. Book a free strategy call at AIAIO.me and we'll map out what automation could look like in your business. Once you have clarity, you can build something that actually works.